Maureen has an idea for a script based on actual events and has already written an outline, but hasn't been able to get a reply from the estate of a deceased celebrity who figures prominently in the storyline. The story is about supernatural events that occurred after the death of this celebrity, in which his spirit makes contact and shares secrets, insights, and messages for his friends. So the question seems to be whether any permission is needed from the estate. Well, Maureen, it's not very likely that the estate will have any kind of legitimate claim over this kind of material. The right of publicity grants to celebrities, and in some states to their estates, the right to control commercial uses of the celebrity's name, likeness, and so on. The thing is, what we're talking about here isn't really commercial use. It's an expressive use, a story being told, and that kind of thing is entitled to the strongest form of protection afforded under the First Amendment guarantees of free speech. Now, defamation is another area that might come to mind here. Defamation, or more precisely libel, is a claim that arises when false but seemingly factual statements about a person cause damage to his or her reputation. Here, though, the events aren't really about the celebrity himself, they're about his spirit. Now, leaving aside whether we, the audience, believe such things can happen, the law isn't likely, I think, to recognize the events portrayed as being factual or about the person. To play it safe, though, I'd probably stay away from suggesting that the visits and communications really happened. If the work is presented as fictional, it's a very little risk that the material could be considered defamatory. But if the deceased person's family plays a part in the story, it's important that their rights of privacy and publicity be respected and that no false statements about them are made. Ultimately, you're going to want to run the script by your lawyer just to spot any trouble areas. But I wouldn't let that stop you from writing the piece in the first place. Now, one thing that can happen in situations like this is the family of the deceased celebrity can interfere with the making of a film by restricting the availability of the celebrity's work itself. Now, particularly if the celebrity was a musician or a songwriter and his or her music will figure in the soundtrack of the film, not having access to that material can be a real obstacle to overcome. So, while technically you don't need the family to cooperate, it's sometimes a good idea to secure their cooperation anyway. But care should be taken in how you approach them. It's probably best to seek counsel from your agent, manager, attorney, and other industry professionals who will know how to finesse situations like this.